One of the most popular things on YouTube is gear doesn't matter. And then, oh, gear matters. Gear matters tremendously. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And this is coming from me, okay? But the right gear for you may be the wrong gear for somebody else. Like that new Sony came out with the global shutter. I think that's fantastic. If I was a sports shooter today, there wouldn't be another camera I would buy, okay? Because it's gonna make that job that much easier. Do you need that camera to shoot sports? No, I used to shoot with the Pentax K1000, manual focus, manual everything, and whined I shot great sports photos. But in today's age, like if you can have a camera that will make life easier for you. Now, say you buy that camera and then 8 months later, another one comes out with a little tweak on this, or this. Do you need to upgrade? No, if you know your camera, you're fine, okay? That's when gear doesn't matter as much. Having these incremental upgrades, and most of the time they're shit you won't even use, but it's not going to make that much of a difference, okay? Great lenses matter. That's when gear really matters. You want the best of lenses. The bodies, believe me, those incremental upgrades aren't going to make that much of a difference. Now, can you take a Sony A7 IV and shoot sports? Yep. No ifs, ands, or buts. And just do pretty much the same job as the brand new one, okay? Yes, the brand new one has a few things that make life a little bit easier, but having that new camera, not knowing how to use it, versus having the old camera and knowing everything about it, guess which one's gonna do a better job? Now, photographers that actually work for a living, that earn their money from this, and that pay their bills with this, okay? They don't upgrade all the time because they find a camera that works for them for the job they're doing, and they stick with it until it's almost dead, because that is an expense. And if you're doing this for a living, you give a shit about expenses. If you're doing this for a hobby, or you're a gear collector more than a photographer, or a gear nerd more than a photographer, of course the new gear is going to matter. You want to talk about the new stuff. You want to use the new stuff. For me, if I was starting out and I was doing what I was doing back then, I did professional sports, man, that new Sony would have been fantastic for me. It's a no-brainer, okay? But here's the other thing. So the importance of learning your gear, I can't stress this enough, because, if you want to do this for a living, being a daylight-only shooter will not work in any which way, shape, or form. You go to an event, it rains, it goes indoors, you're screwed, okay? And some of the venues that you're in are really bad. You better know how to use a flash. And just winging it on TTL doesn't work. I'm just telling you. Like, why not pick up a flash, throw it on your camera, walk around your house, walk around at night and shoot, walk around during the day and shoot. And let me tell you something. That kind of thing is going to be invaluable at one point in your career where you need it. I've seen a ton of pro photographers, and they become pros because they bought the latest, greatest, because they could afford to buy the latest, greatest, or they put it on the credit card and find out later they have to sell it. But that's another video. But yeah, gear does matter, okay? But the right gear for you matters more than the right gear for everybody. There is no right gear for everybody. That new Sony global shutter, that's fantastic. One part of that I would love is the flash sync speed at any, but I don't like the base ISO at 200, whatever it is, or the 24 megapixels. Like, when this evolves, it's going to be something special. Is this going to change photography forever? No, you idiots. Yeah, I said idiots. Somebody called me out on that before. I just laughed. Like, no, nothing is going to change photography forever. It really won't. When it comes down to it, when Mary Jo brings her daughter in for a photo for her senior pictures, she doesn't want an AI image. She wants her actual daughter. Weddings aren't going to be AI characters. They want to be them. They want to see what happens naturally. So photography is never going to change forever because of AI. You want to enhance photos with AI? Great, do it. You want to touch up photos with AI? More power to you. I think it's fantastic. You want to create total images? That's up to you. You're an artist. I'm a photographer, bare bones photographer. I like natural photos, but that's me. That's not you. So again, It all comes down to equipment and how you use it, especially the back end. I don't want somebody else's presets to make my photos look like theirs. I want my photos, but that may be something for you. If you want to look like everybody else or like another photographer, you go for it. You do it. You do you. But gear does matter. That's all I'm trying to say. And my gear, like my Leica, matters to me. Okay, because it works. It works for me. You may not like it. You may not like the price. You may think I'm an idiot, but it doesn't matter because that gear is right for me. That matters to me. And that new Sony may matter to you. And that Fuji may matter to him, okay? Or her, or they. You know what I'm saying. So yes, no matter what you say, an accomplished photographer that's been doing this for 40 years, gear matters to me, okay? I want this lens, I want this body, okay? Because it does what it does for me. It may not do it for you. Have a great day.